Good afternoon, committee.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to present my design for the museum exhibition on how technology has transformed traditional interior design practices.
You're very welcome.
I do want to start off by evaluating the brief. So you guys wanted a domestic space in a residential area. So I did a lot of research on all of the domestic areas of a living household, and I decided to go for a living room because I think it will showcase the technology the best. The overall budget for the whole space is 80,000 euro. That includes all the furniture, the fixtures, and the equipment. Next up is the mood board. So after taking the brief into consideration, I did create a mood board that is very centered around very neutral and earthy elements, a very neutral color palette, and then I went with orange and green as a pop of color in order to showcase a very mid-century modern look, which I believe is best when it comes to promoting wellness and well-being in a living room, with a lot of contemporary elements that are just going to open up the space a bit more. Next up is the zoning. I went through a lot of different bubble diagrams, a lot of different layouts in order to create what I thought was the best layout for the space. Now the space will have a central area that is focused on the seating. Most of the conversation interaction will be done there. A meditation or reading nook that is going to promote wellness and well-being. Information screens or tablets that are going to be very interactive with people on the entrance, on the exit, and once they're exploring a bit more of the space. The traffic flow, I did a lot of different testings and I decided to create a traffic flow that is a one-way traffic flow. You enter, you browse around, and then you exit, not causing any traffic. I did make sure that it will be accessible for all ages and people of all abilities and disabilities. However, just this tight area here won't be accessible for wheelchair users. This is just the extreme detail of the actual traffic flow and of the actual layout that I have done for you guys. This was sent to you on your emails previously, and I hope that you guys have actually looked through this. Next up is a quick little rendering of the layout, which is just going to be a nice little sketch showcasing all the materials, all the finishes that I'll be using.
So sorry, what is that in the corner?
That is going to be a open shelf unit with a storage unit underneath. I have prepared extremely detailed technical drawings and renderings to showcase a bit more of that.
And what kind of material is that?
Which one?
That's in the corner shelf.
It is a marble effect, yes.
Marble effect.
Yes.
Very nice.
Thank you. Next up is the concept board. So this is the very detailed concept board that I have decided to present. This is something that you guys have read through and you guys have been over with. It's something that you seen in the previous presentation that I've sent you on your email. So this is going to be the next slide, which is this one, is just a summary of the actual design concept, which is making the old modern again. I do take a lot of inspiration from the mid-century modern design where form does follow function, and this principle does emphasize a lot of like the importance on design and making every design have a purpose, and it does have a really wonderful aesthetic as well, which is something that does promote well-being, whereas during the mid-century modern everything was created in order to have a purpose and in order to bring comfort into a home. And I've decided to add a lot of clean lines, just simple organic forms, just to like have that openness and like the airiness of contemporary modern design. Now this is the detailed furniture layout. It's a floor plan. So over here I have showcased all of the dimensions for everything that will be used over here, and it does showcase that everything around is going to be wheelchair accessible, like I said, besides that little nook there. That's going to be an information, that's like the information station, another information station, and then inside number 8, that's like the open shelf that you asked about, is also going to have a little tablet that's filled with information. This is a wall A detailed information, that is the open shelf with a storage unit. There's just some decorations and a nice little lamp to add a little ambient. And number 3, which is the screen tablet, that is going to be a 22-inch screen that will display all the information that people can read. It is interactive, so they can slide through everything like a book. That's the meditation nook, and that is a smart panel. So the smart panel will control almost all the technology that's going to be in the room. and I decided to go for a light fixture that is more natural, and it does have fake plants on it, but they do add a little bit of airiness and they do open up the space a bit more. This is the wall C elevation. So on the wall C elevation, excuse me, we have two information centers. They are 22-inch screens, but they are also interactive. So again, the information is going to be displayed as a book and people can just slide through. I have incorporated an actual real plant, which is going to improve the air quality in the room. Wonderful light fixtures to add a more ambient into the space, smart TV, and a smart fireplace, which is really good for the environment. Next up is the rendered floor plan. Now this rendering does show all the furniture, like the fixtures and the materials that I have used, and this is basically how the space will look. These renderings do help you guys and allow you to kind of visualize how the overall place will look. There's the other one. I have added spotlights and LED strips in order to add more ambience into this place. More angles of the space. That is the entrance. And that over there on the reflection is the exit just on that side there. And at the end, I would like to present a sample board. So this sample board does contain all the materials, the furnishings and the fixtures that I'll be using on the actual design. Yes.
What was the point of adding a blue lamp into all of this like sort of woody, natural look?
So the overall idea that I had for the lamp was to tie everything together. I have very cold stones that I have used. I have the granite and I have the marble, and I do have this very warm sofa, very warm wood colors, but in order to tie the whole design together, the marble does have a lot of blue in it, so adding a blue light does tie the whole design together. And from the coldness that we get from those two stones, the lamp does have a very warm light to it, so it kind of takes away from the coldness of the stone. I have used the same blue light in the open shelves where this material is typically going to be used at.
Very nice.
Thank you. And that is it for today. I do believe that I have created a design that perfectly showcases the blend between a timeless principle and a mid-century modern, with a cutting edge technology. Does incorporate a lot of contemporary modern elements. So it does prioritize both form and function, and the space is designed to enhance wellness and to cater to the demands of a very busy modern lifestyle, while maintaining simplicity, sustainability, and comfort.
What is the effect of the strip lights on the shelf doing to the room?
I will go back to this. So as you can see, the strip lights and even like the spotlight there over the tree, they add a more welcoming, they add more comfort into the space. While as whenever we use our overhead lights, it tends to cause headaches, it tends to cause shadows that people don't necessarily are fan of. So the light fixture above is mainly going to be used for decorational purpose only, in order to tie everything together, and will be used when it's only necessary to. But having the strip lights on, they do add a lot of comfort, they do add a lot of warmth, they make the place more inviting, and they make it more enjoyable to conversate and engage within each other. And everything, all the light fixtures there will be controlled by the smart panels that I've incorporated right there. And then as we have seen, there's a smart panel right over there, so everything can be adjusted based off of the intensity that you want all the light fixtures to be at.
Another question. Why would you add a large plant into that shelf instead of more storage?
So the reason why I added more, the reason why I did not create more storage was because we do have the storage unit. Sorry, let me just find it. There we go. We have that storage unit there as well, which I think is perfectly enough. We're going for a design where form follows function, so there's no need for extra, adding extra details and extra bits and pieces here and there, because there's no need for it. And the reason why I decided to add a big plant was because it does encourage people to go outside, and it does give you much cleaner air. It is a real plant, so it improves air quality, and whenever we're surrounded by nature, we tend to feel more calm. So that does increase our well-being in the space.
Very nice, very nice.
So what kind of material is made this sofa?
The sofa is a high quality leather. It is sadly real leather, which I understand it is not as ethical, but that's how the original design was made. However, I have reached out to different upholstery distributors, and I have spoken with them if I can have the exact same finish, but just in fake leather, which I think is more ethical to use.
Okay, what does the middle table do? The black one.
The table does look pretty dark. It is actually a glass table. Because of the light setting in the room, it looks pretty dark, but it is made out of natural wood, and that is just glass on top. It has a really fun and funky legs, which I think add a lot of character and personality into the room.
Very nice, very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.